Guys, what's going on? Welcome back to the channel. Happy Easter, everyone. Today, behind me is today's project. I'm actually not going to work on the car, and the Tahoe's back at my parents' place until I get working on it again. The console will be in this week. The rear spoiler will be in this week. And you guys will see kind of off camera. I've already done the door handles and the mirrors. If you've seen the short, you'd know that. The striping is all off it, so the big things we need to get done: get the whole inside out of it, get the light bar off of it, clean everything, and then my father's got a couple ideas. We'll see. Who knows, by this next video, I might actually have the glue off of it, and then it's just gonna be paint correction time. It's not been a good couple days here. I did a detail yesterday. My polisher doesn't have the backing plate anymore because I had it sitting in the bag on top of this toolbox. I'm bringing everything in because I got everything all reorganized back in the cabinet again after now that winter's done. Fingers crossed. Suppose there's supposed to get more snow. Now that everything's in here, I come back upstairs and this thing's on the floor and it's broke. So I had one of my meltdown moments, and well, let's just say I went out and bought a new polisher. That one still works, and I got a new backing plate for it, but I got a new one. I went to Harbor Freight, bought a nice DA one. They're great for cutting anyways. I really need to have one. But I went and bought this Bauer dual action multi-speed. And then I bought a bunch of the pads, and the important thing I bought was if I don't throw it everywhere, I bought a new backing plate for the one that I broke. So what are you gonna do? So today's project's gonna be, we're gonna get this garage cleaned up. My garage is kind of messed up the way this house was built. This house was built in '49. This originally was a, they built custom storm windows in this garage. And this room here was the office, but I'm gonna show you on the inside. I have the two doors. This door, which is my wife's side, you'll notice right about here, and then looking up, oh, what? There's a rafter missing here. Well, then you look, and we're double jack next to each other because the wall used to end right here, which means this whole section that's over here on this wall, that's why there's still siding and stuff there. Maybe I'll get around to stripping this off because my plan is to actually finish this inside of this garage. I've done the electrical out here in the last couple of years. I got a 100 amp service out here now because I had the big air compressor over there. Plus I've got outlets everywhere because originally there was only one outlet on that wall and that was it. I didn't have any power anywhere else. It was kind of stupid. So I added a bunch of stuff there. The plan is eventually to close this all off. I can't fit a lot in here, you know, the cars, the SUVs, and even some extent the trucks I can fit in here when I'm doing the insides of them. But it'd be nice to, you know, come out of the elements. If it's a day that raining, I'm just doing it inside because a lot of people just prefer to have the inside of the vehicles done. I don't get that many full total details. And the other thing I got to do is, oh God, I'm just hitting stuff everywhere. This room out here is that front office room. I want to get this thing cleaned out because I'm actually going to start using this as an office. So I don't know if I'm going to get to this part today, but out in the garage, I'm going to get that mess cleaned up. stuff's out of the way. Some of the stuff I don't ever move, I can just vacuum around it. But as you see, I got the vacuum out. Some of my daughter's stuff's still in the way. Eventually, I'm gonna hopefully this year get a shed, so all that stuff that's over in that corner that I just took out won't be in here anymore, and then I can take all of the detailing stuff, my toolbox and everything, and put them back over on that side, because it's a real pain on my wife's cars in here. We can't walk on the whole passenger side of it because everything's jammed up against it. So it would be nice if I could have everything on this side of the garage, which is where I do all the detailing anyway. So it'd be really nice if everything, all my tools and all the stuff are over there because everything's on the same side. The other workbench that's out there, I want to move it back into here. I might put that back on this back wall where I got the TV and move the TV up further, and then just keep it out here. That way I got a little workstation out here. It's got some lights. The car doesn't take up a ton of room when it backs in here. Once the Tahoe comes in here in the wintertime, it won't take up a ton of room. So yeah, that's kind of where we're at. So let's get this thing vacuumed up. And that's it. I gotta get this stuff back in. I'm gonna do a little more organizing over here. Nothing to bore you with, but that's pretty much it. That's the layout. Everything's clean now. For in here, vacuuming it with the shop vac the way I did, putting the white attachment on it is about the easiest way. I mean, nice and clean now. I can roll around on the floor and probably not be covered in dust. This floor is terrible, horrible. The back corner of the garage over there on the outside, I thought it was kind of weird when we bought the house, like, there's anchor points along the floor here where lag bolts have been run down through. And I'm like, well, that's kind of weird. Why would a house built in the 40s, the garage, have that put in? Then when I had, because the driveway, I don't even know if I've mentioned it, the driveway is totally new. I mean, this thing's great now. Look at this thing. It's flat, tons of room. Over here now, I have a spot where 2 vehicles can park, because I don't know if you guys have seen, you have to go back and look at the past video, some of them, that would not even fit in this part over here before. Now I can fit 2 of them over here, so it's real nice. Which is great, because like when I got the car out, I still got a room my wife can turn around and stuff like that. But anyways, when they tore all this out and dug it down, they actually found an apron that ran up to the garage, and they found that this concrete floor is on top of another concrete floor, which kind of makes sense, because the floor I've noticed is kind of hollow in spots, and the concrete's not the best. I think they used about whatever cheapest stuff they could possibly get their hands on. So it works. Eventually, my goal is within the next year or two to have an actual facility, because the property that's next to where my house is, where I do everything out of the garage, over here, this lot next to us is for sale. It's been for sale. Originally, that lot and this lot that I'm on was one lot. And what happened was they were selling that lot to try and keep from losing this lot, and it went to foreclosure anyways. And oh my God, you should have seen this house. We'd have never bought it back in 2008 if it looked like, it did when the contractor that bought it flipped it did. But I digress. So my goal is eventually to close this off, and then within the next 2-3 years, I want to actually on that lot buy it. It's pretty cheap, and I'd like to put a 80 by 40 foot building on it. Put an office space. My buddy does all the editing. We kind of talked a little bit. Maybe putting like an apartment space above it so that he wouldn't have to really pay for rent anymore, because he'd be living right there at the facility, so he doesn't have to go far. Then I'd have one space designated to do all the detailing in, 2 spaces where I could keep the car and the truck stored, because the Tahoe I really would like to keep here. Then I don't have to do anything with my garage. The Tahoe, the car, or whatever's going to fit in here. That does not even come close to fitting in here. It's too long, it's too tall, it's too wide. So that's kind of the envisions for the future. But for now, this is what I got to go with. So eventually I want to get all the walls closed off in here, get the ceiling closed off so I don't have to deal with the dust constantly falling down all over the car. And then I'd like to do some sort of acrylic finish to the floor. Maybe some flakes or something, just to dress it up and make it a little bit easier to maintain, because the drain does drain out back, so I don't have to worry about the water building up in here. All the water will run right out of this. But that's pretty much it for today. It's not a lot. I'm hoping in the next video, like I said, the console will be here for the Tahoe. The rear spoiler will be here. We're going to start working on that. That's actually going to be put right in this spot that I'm standing in right now, and I'm going to put the Corvette over there. So I'll have the Corvette outside while I'm working on this, but this will give me enough room to get this in here. I got to get the console out of the back of it, the front console. I've already got the front console sold, and I'm pretty sure I've got the light bar and the brush guard sold to where I might actually break even on this, which would be kind of nice, because those things, I looked them up. A 2009 Tahoe with 140,000 miles on it, Z71 2LT package like that one is, they're going anywhere from $8,000 to about $10,000 right now. On Marketplace, Cars.com, everywhere you look. They're kind of crazy money for really what they are. But basically, I got let's say an $8,000 vehicle for nothing, because I can sell all the equipment off of it. So this is how I roll. It drives a lot of people I know nuts, because I end up finding these deals pretty easy and flip them and turn a decent profit half the time. Really, the Suburban, yes, I put money into it and my time, which I really didn't gain a whole lot of profit off of it. But the Suburban's money kind of went towards the Tahoe that I bought. I'm still down, but I'm hoping that once I sell everything, then I'll finally break even from all the money I had in between the Suburban and now the Tahoe. So fingers crossed, I have everything sold, and then we can really start seeing what's going to be next. But because I had the polisher, the truck is on the list. We're going to get that done. I need to get it cleaned up. It's covered in swirls everywhere from I take it through the car wash when you're not supposed to. So that's going to get done. I got to get my wife's car done. My buddy's car is going to come over. So we have a ton of content coming up. So please like, subscribe, have the bell notification on. Riley, say goodbye to everybody.
Bye.
We'll catch you in the next one.
Let me get someone close.
Oh, wait. She says she's got to get closer. Let her get closer.
Bye.
Goodbye. Bonus footage, if you haven't noticed, since the last episode, which was a week ago, that's all we have left from snow. This is how crazy it is. You have 20 some odd inches of snowfall one day, and by a week later, this is a week later since the snow fell, that's all we're left with. This is mind-blowing. It's teasing, because that means that this is getting closer to being able to being driven, but then we're supposed to get more snow this week. Okay, that's it. That's no more bonus footage. I'm done. Or am I? Goodbye.